Okay, so I've got the new one back in there, and it was quite a bit of a job. I don't prefer to do any video during the time I've got gas everywhere, but I will warn you in advance, when you pop this ring off and the old fuel pump housing pops up, gas is going to pour out everywhere, okay? You're going to get a couple of gallons, maybe, I don't know, maybe a gallon. I say a couple of gallons. I was freaking out. I didn't know it was going to do that. The fuel tank on this car was better than half full, and so I guess this side was filled all the way up. So a lot of gas came out. So if you could get the fuel tank down at a lower level, if it's possible, go ahead and do that. I did not realize it was going to do that because this tank is like a saddle tank. It has a pump on the other side that pumps fuel over to this side. So, and it fills the basket. There's a big old long detail about how it does it. But anyway, I'm not going to try to explain all that. I did bend this back. It did give me the space I needed. I bent back this little corner here. What I did to get it, I got it off with, I just hit it with a real long screwdriver, one of these pry bar things. I just tapped it with that to pop it off. That's no problem. Getting it back on is a different story. I bought this for another car, for a Volvo, and the way it worked, it had little screws that screwed in on the ends, and it went that way. So what I did is I took it apart, flipped it around. I got it to work good enough. I had to use a really long pry bar, okay, to get it to go. And basically, once you get it past that first little bump there, you know, it goes on fine. Once you get it past that first bump, okay, I'm telling you, you'll get it past that, you have to beat it the rest of the way. I was not able to turn it all the way with that. I'm sure there's a special tool for that, but I don't have it. So, kind of what I'm doing now is I'm going to pop my holes for the pop rivets and bend this trap door part down and get her glued together. Now I've already pressure tested it, and I've got the pressure that I wanted at the under the hood there. It's better than 60, and I looked on the live data, and it's better than 508 psi average fuel pressure. Okay, my scanner has a graph on it. It's not that nice of a scanner. Please don't think it's nice. It's just an Alltel, just a cheap one, like a couple $100. So anyway, that's pretty much the end. Let me get this thing, get some holes punched here, and get some aluminum pieces made for this so that everybody can see what I'm talking about on that. Okay, so I've got a couple of holes popped with my hole popper. I think I showed anybody what it is. This is what it is. It's something I got from Eastwood. You flip it around one way, it punches 3/16 holes, and the other way it puts a little dimple in the metal. So anyway, I popped a couple of holes with that, but right here this is too thick for it, so I'm going to drill it. And what I've got is I've got a piece of sheet metal. I don't have aluminum there. That's a piece of sheet metal. And I just scavenged that off of something. Man, it's galvanized. It's a nice piece. Anything will work. A piece of license plate, any sheet metal will work. This is not structural. You just need to hold it together good enough so that if it gets any pressure on it or anything from above or any slight flexing, I would think more of a temperature flex, you know, it just doesn't come apart, because we're going to silicone glue this whole thing all up. But I've got a few places marked. I'm going to put 3 pop rivets here, 1 on each corner. I'm going to match that on the part that flops down, and, you know, mark it and everything. So let me get it to the next step here.